It's a Monday, and yet somehow I just don't trust that day. 20th day of April, 2026. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. Very mild, high clouds, 48 degrees. Beautiful weekend, wasn't it? 64 on Saturday, 73 yesterday. Going to be warmer than that today. We'll be in the 70s on Tuesday. Then everything changes. On Tuesday night, things are going to be very unsettled. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then things calm right back down again on Thursday, which is day one of our party. The 107th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival begins this week. Believe it or not, a little earlier than this year. Of course, the big weekend is always the first full weekend in May, and it can't get much sooner than the dates that it is this year. Anyway, forecast details are coming up. It's going to be very mild today. Very nice. Hope you have the day off today. Go out and enjoy it. News, yes. Sports, yes. Lots. Mariners seem to have turned the ship around. It's still early. We know that. But they took 2 of 3 from the Rangers over the weekend. They won Saturday. They won yesterday. We'll have highlights of that. And I know it's a little early to think about it, but of course, this July 4th, Independence Day, is America's 250th birthday. It falls on a Saturday. That's good. And the big party is on once again. The Wenatchee Valley 4th of July Wingding at Walla Walla Point Park. Allie Jordan and her company, Elevated Marketing, is in charge. She has to put the whole thing on. Big task for Allie, but she is certainly up to it. Allie will be joining me in the back half of the program just to plant that little seed. You don't want to go anywhere on the weekend of Independence Day, but you'll want to stay right here in the Wenatchee Valley and enjoy the myriad of things to do at Walla Walla Point Park. 2 minutes after the hour, let's see what we're looking at. First of all, it's 50 degrees here in the big city. That's a warm start. What's going to be a warm day. There's the high clouds. That's the Wenatchee Heights camera. Sun reflecting on the Columbia River. Looking out towards Rock Island Dam. Sun's been up for an hour, 6:03 this morning. Sun will go down to 7:57. 13 hours and 55 minutes. We go over the 14-hour mark. We'll have over 14 hours of daylight come Wednesday of this week. There's the jump-off ridge camera. They're going to do the controlled burn up the Wheeler Reservoir, up by Wheeler Hill in that area. There we go. We're going to pan over there. There are the reservoirs, the Stemilt and the Wheeler Hill Reservoir. They're not doing it yet, but they're scheduled to do it today. So if you look out towards the Stemilt area, you will see smoke in the sky. That's a controlled burn. They're going to do it today and for the rest of the week. It's a pretty sizable controlled burn. And as you can see, the snow continues to melt up the Clackamas Way as well. The upper butte of Chelan, if we point it to the south and the east, we see that, the Waterville Plateau. In fact, you can make out Waterville. I'm going to wave to Waterville. Let's see if Waterville waves back. It is not. So that is the Chelan Butte. You can see a couple of little slivers of the Columbia River there. And the Nanapoc Ridge camera says good morning to you. Cater Glen is up and running. Good time to be out and about in that area this time of the year because the mosquitoes aren't quite active yet. The mosquitoes usually don't really get going until about the middle of May. They have, mosquito controlled districts and they go out and spray and try and cut down on the mosquitoes, but you can only get ahead of that so far. So unless the skeeters got an early start, you should be good to go up and recreate in that area without worrying about 4 gallons of blood being sucked out of your body. Warm weather usually drives people to the water, but the water is still pretty darn cold. No question about that. Now, I don't know how many people were actually tried to, take their hand at jumping in to Lake Chelan or the Columbia River, but if you do, it's going to be cold. So, use common sense, I guess is the best way to put it. Again, after 64 on Saturday and 73 yesterday, we're going to be even warmer than that today. Some locations in our viewing area are going to be in the lower 80s today, especially to the north of us in the Omak-Okanagan area and out of the Columbia Basin. So here we go. From Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, it's where comfort, care, and community come together. Pretty much what we had yesterday, high filtering clouds, but we are still under the influence of warm air coming up from California through Oregon and visiting our area, which is why we're going to get up to 77. Nowhere close to a record high, but well above normal for this time of the year. 53 for the overnight low, a little bit cooler on Tuesday because late in the day, Tuesday, 5, 6 or so, a low-pressure ridge from Alaska is going to start dumping cooler air down from Canada, from British Columbia. So the winds, the warm air is coming up directly from the south to the north. It's going to be exactly the opposite by Wednesday. It'll be coming north to south, and with that cooler air. In fact, by Tuesday night, as the system barrels through, we're going to cloud up. We got a chance of rain. We got wind on Tuesday night and a low of about 52. Wednesday looks to be the most unsettled day of the week. It's going to be cloudy. Could get some morning rain. It's going to be windy and a high of 63, which is actually normal this time of the year, but a big temperature variation between what we're expecting for the next couple of days and on Tuesday. Thursday for day one of the Apple Blossom Festival, sunshine 67, sunshine 67 on Friday. For the Technoplex Youth Parade, sunshine for the most part all day Saturday with a high of 65. A few clouds late in the day on Saturday and some filtered sunshine on Sunday at a high of 66 for the first weekend of the Apple Blossom Festival. Not bad at all. I'm liking that. We're going to take a break and come back with what turns out is a bunch of news for you on this Monday. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Vape companies market vaping as a de-stressor, but nicotine can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. 90% of those who quit felt less stressed, anxious, or depressed. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Click and RV Moses Lake Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you liked and build it, price it, and click it. Or come to the Moses Lake Superstore. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes. The huge RV discount prices are here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV Moses Lake or clickitrv.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
High clouds, we are at 50 degrees, 77 for our high today, 75 on Tuesday. Going to cloud up, going to be windy, a little rainy Tuesday night and Wednesday. In fact, quite windy at times on Wednesday. Then we turn right back around and have some very pleasant weather starting on Thursday. It's just about 9 minutes after the hour. 2 people are dead after a hit-and-run accident in Moses Lake. This happened yesterday afternoon. That hit-and-run accident involved into a high-speed chase that ended with a head-on collision 9 miles away and 35 minutes later. According to the Washington State Patrol, at about 4:45 yesterday afternoon, a Toyota Corolla struck a Jeep Grand Cherokee while both vehicles were exiting State Route 17 onto Stratford Road. The Jeep struck a light pole and rolled over. The Toyota fled the scene. At about 5:20, while being pursued by Grant County Sheriff's deputies on Road 3 Northwest, the eastbound Toyota crossed the center line and collided with a Dodge Ram pickup. Both occupants of the Toyota were pronounced dead at the scene. Neither have been identified as of this morning. The drivers of the Jeep and the pickup were hospitalized at Samaritan Hospital. The incident is being investigated by the Washington State Patrol. The Wenatchee man accused of fatally beating the tenant in his Arizona vacation home took the stand last week in his own defense. The trial of George W. Crater Jr. entered its 10th day on Friday. The 63-year-old defendant is accused of flying from Wenatchee to Phoenix in October of 2024, entering the suburban home he rented to Thomas Galatola, and then tying up and beating the 70-year-old Galatola over 2 months of unpaid rent. Galatola died 10 years later from a brain injury. When the jurors return to the courtroom tomorrow, they'll be asked to consider charges against Crater of murder, kidnapping, assault, and burglary. During his testimony Wednesday and Thursday in Maricopa County Superior Court, Crater said Galatola assaulted him when he entered the house, and after Galatola appeared to grow faint, he zip-tied his wrists to prevent another attack. He denied intentionally harming his tenant.
As I walk through the kitchen, I look into the living room, which is right by the front door. And something catches my eye, and I turn, and someone is coming at me very quickly, wearing shorts and his fist up.
Go ahead.
I said, whoa, my name's George Crater. I own the house. Are you Tom? And as he came in, he started swinging.
At any point, and I don't care whether it's when you walked in to the home, to the point where he's tied up on the ground, did you ever punch him?
No, sir.
Did you ever grab him and have to throw him down onto the ground?
No, sir.
Did you ever kick him?
No, sir.
How about anything less than that? Did you ever slap him or biff him upside of the head? Anything that could be you physically putting hands on him, other than what we're talking about with the restraints?
No, sir.
Drivers on Birch Mountain Road north of Wenatchee are asked to use care. There's a big sinkhole that's developed near the intersection of Birch Mountain Road and Harlow Lane. The sinkhole was first discovered by Chelan County Public Works on Thursday, and after they checked it out, they found out it's bigger than expected. County Public Information Officer Jill Fitzsimmons says a portion of a culvert that carries stormwater under the road collapsed. The roadway will remain at one lane. County road staff should have a better understanding of the damage today. The hole will be covered for the time being with multiple steel plates. That way, traffic can still get around it. A similar sinkhole emerged on Birch Mountain Road about 5 years ago. The Okanagan County Sheriff's Office has won a grant to replace their drug-detecting canine, Elsa. Elsa died after a health emergency back in March. Sheriff Jody Barkis says the grant will fund the acquisition of a new dog, but associated costs still remain. The Sheriff's Office has launched a fundraiser to help pay for things like training, travel, and lodging while the dog is made ready for work. The goal is $10,000. Barkis says the agency will not use any online fundraising platforms to gather donations. Instead, donors can drop off contributions at the Sheriff's Office or at almost any police station throughout Okanagan County. NCW Libraries says progress has been made on the historic city-owned Chelan Library building after it was discovered to have significant water damage earlier this year. The library was closed in October to begin its renovation as part of the ongoing Reimagining Spaces project, but construction paused in January after the damage was discovered. The city approved a $150,000 budget amendment in March to help fund the repairs. An additional $20,000 in state funding was secured to support design and engineering work. So far, HVAC systems, fire and sprinkler improvements have been made, and NCW Libraries has procured all the materials it needs for the interior renovation. The city will soon send out a request for contractor proposals for structural repair work, and they have a goal to begin construction as early as the summer. Meanwhile, limited services at the library continues. Well, for reasons not entirely clear to me, we're helping your wallet and trying to save you a few bucks, especially during lunch, traditionally eaten between breakfast and dinner. Reporter Long Tran is checking out some of the best local places you can grab lunch on a budget, and he climbed up the Waterville Plateau last week to tempt his taste buds at a friendly small-town bistro.
On this week's Lunch on a Budget, we're here in Waterville to check out Carmela's Bistro.
The restaurant's named after my mother. Her and I love to cook. She passed away, and so this was a way to honor her. We're a great lunch hotspot. We also do events. We do trivia nights, we do paint sips, so it's kind of like almost a community hub. Our whole menu is under $18. And our salad bar is very affordable. We are in a place where we are the county seed, and so people just want a quick lunch in and out, and so our salad bar has been the go-to, and it's pretty affordable for under $15. The economy is really hard right now, and you still want that normalcy of going out to eat, and I feel that if I keep them low enough, people are still coming back. One of our favorites is the gyro, made with homemade tzatziki sauce, and the club, it's made with homemade chipotle mayonnaise and homemade bread.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Carmela's.
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Well, here's our menu.
Thank you. I already know what I want. I wanted to try the gyro and a coffee, please.
Okay. All right, that comes to $17.61.
Okay, thank you.
And here's your gyro.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's try it out. Good. If you have a recommendation for our next lunch on a budget spot, email us at news@ncwlife.com. Reporting from Waterville, this is Long Tran, NCW Life. Good.
And if you were out and about on Saturday morning, you probably noticed a whole bunch of people running all around the Apple Capitol Recreational Loop Trail. It was a giant jailbreak. I'm just kidding. It was the Wenatchee Marathon and half marathon and a 10K and a 5K. Long Tran went down there to work off the food he ate the day before, and he filed this report.
On Saturday, starting at the Numerica Performing Arts Center, many runners and walkers got up bright and early to participate in the 2026 Wenatchee Marathon. The race is comprised of a full marathon, half marathon, 10K, and 5K race along the Columbia River.
I've done marathons in the past, half marathons, so I figured this should be a walk in the park. Just came from the hospital. I clocked out of my 12-hour shift, and I'm here to meet my buddies.
Yeah, so I'm doing the marathon today just because I've never done this distance before. Last year I did the half marathon. I ran my whole life, so did cross country and track in high school, and just thought it'd be a cool experience to do the full marathon. I've always wanted to do it.
This is my first marathon of the year, my third marathon in total. I commuted from Tacoma, Washington, so it's about a 3-hour drive. This is actually my first time in Wenatchee. It's a beautiful city. I can't wait. I'm very excited for this marathon.
Reporting from downtown Wenatchee, this is Long Tran, NCW Life.
By the way, Kurt Warwick of Clinton won the Wenatchee Marathon. The local runner who finished highest was Lauren Hensley of East Wenatchee, who finished 12th. Congratulations to all. And that's the news at 18 minutes after the hour. We'll be right back at it again, starting a new week with a bunch of news. And then you can watch it tonight at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock right here on television, or as we like to say in the business, television. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock on YouTube, our YouTube page specifically, at about 5 o'clock or so. And if you have a news tip, don't hesitate. Send us an email. Love to hear from you. News@ncwlife.com. Mariner baseball and a whole bunch of prep sports. Coming up, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction.
Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Sports at 21 minutes after the hour. Rob Refsnyder homered on the very first pitch in the bottom of the first inning, and the Mariners never trailed after that. They beat Texas 5-2. Yesterday, J.P. Crawford and Randy Arozarena, they had 2-run home runs each, who won for the second consecutive day. The Mariners did. They took 2 of 3 from the Rangers. And Brian Wu pitched really well. He gave up just 2 runs and 4 hits. He struck out 6 and has pitched at least 7 innings in 3 of his 5 starts.
Refsnyder jumps on the first. Ambush job coming in. Rob Refsnyder's first hit as a Mariner leaves the yard. I'm guessing that trident feels pretty good in the hand of Rob Refsnyder right now.
He wasn't waiting around. My guess is he wants this baseball so badly. The first one as a Mariner, and he's been working hard for it. Had a ball hit hard off the bench the other day. He said, I'm not waiting around to see that curveball. I'm going to jump on your fastball and put it into the bullpen.
Deep fly, right field, J.P. Crawford did score again. A 2-run home run for J.P. Crawford, and it's a 3-0 Mariners lead. First home run Gore's given up to a lefty this year. I would imagine it's a fairly short list of lefty hitters who have multiple home runs on Mackenzie Gore.
It said it's on the curveball, too. Nobody hits Gore's curveball.
0-2. Fly ball deep towards the corner, towards the pole. It is fair. It is gone. It's a 2-run home run. Randy Arozarena.
A 2-out, 2-run home run. His second of the season. 3rd home run of the day for the Mariners, who now lead the Rangers 5-0. What an at-bat for Randy Arozarena.
Oh, it's a big 2-out homer right there. The dugout loves to see it.
Young's ready, the 1-strike pitch, and there's a swing and a drive out to right field. Refsnyder's back. He'll have room to make the catch. Seager tags at 3rd. He scores. A sac fly by Young gets the Rangers on the board, and it is 5-1. 1-0, and that is hit hard out toward the corner and right. That one's down, bangs off the fence, and a run is in. Peterson into 3rd. They'll stop him. Evan Carter with a double makes it a 2-run 7th.
On the ground, Joe's got it. Handles it himself. Munoz closes the door in the 9th inning. The Mariners win, and they win the series. They take 2 out of 3 from the Texas Rangers.
That Munoz on the mound looks familiar today.
Well, after the way this series began, coming on the heels of that series sweep to the hands of the Padres, Mariners kind of had their back against the wall yesterday and today. They win them both, and it's good to see the offense come around in both instances.
Refsnyder was acquired from the Yankees. He started out 0 for 18 this year before he hit that home run. After the game, he talked with Ryan Rowland-Smith.
Mackenzie Gore, he's been dominating this year. He dominated you guys the first outing against, but all of a sudden, first pitch, man, you get that first hit. What were you jumping on?
Yeah, he's such a great arm. It's got explosive fastball, really good at secondary stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's been frustrating. I feel like, shout out to Byrne. He's our mental coach. He really kind of, has helped me. I don't think you ever really want to start off in a slump, or you want to try to make a good impression on the fans and the team, the teammates. But I just a lot of credit to my wife and Byrne.
How good did that feel? First hit, you're a new Seattle Mariner coming to this organization, primarily to hit against lefties, but how good did that feel for you to get that first one off your back?
Yeah, like I said, it's been a super frustrating couple weeks. I felt, honestly fine in the box, but results-wise, it just hasn't been there. So, but yeah, it was nice to get the first one out of the way, and most importantly, get the series win against a really good team.
Mariners start a 3-game set tonight against the Athletics. It'll be Sterling Hancock, I should say, towing the rubber. First pitch tonight is at 6:40. Best case scenario, the Mariners win. Everybody else in the American League West loses, and that's exactly what happened. Of course, the Rangers lost to our very own Mariners. Astros lost in 10 innings to the Cardinals. Angels lost to the Padres. Athletics lost to the White Sox. Prep baseball scoreboard on Friday. Wenatchee got swept by Moses Lake. Wenatchee swept Moses Lake, my bad. Nice. Wenatchee went 3-0 against the Mavericks over the weekend. They beat Moses Lake in game 1, 7-1, and then 8-6 in the nightcap at Recreation Park. Cashmere Bulldogs beat the Eastmont Wildcats 6-0 at Wenatchee Valley College on Friday night. Tri-Cities Prep rolled over Chelan. Brewster crushed Asotin, by 1. Break out the brooms. Look at all the sweeps in prep baseball on Saturday. Omak swept Cascade. Chelan swept Cle-Elum on 2 games with identical scores. I had to double check that. Othello swept Ephrata. Liberty Bell swept Manson. Okanagan swept Tonasket. Waterville Mansfield swept Mary Walker. However, Prosser and Quincy split, and Kittitas and Brewster just played 1 game, and Kittitas got the better end of that. Prep softball on Friday. Moses Lake swept Wenatchee. Got that one right. In Moses Lake, 11-5 and 10-3. Cascade swept Omak 21-20 and 15-14. That was Friday. Saturday, get out the brooms. Sweeps all over the place and some pretty lopsided scores, too. Chelan swept Brewster. Tonasket swept Okanagan. In girls fast pitch softball, Liberty Bell beat not only Manson, but Monson. Hey, I do the scores. It's early, folks. Cut me some slack. Waterville Mansfield swept Mary Walker. Issaquah swept Eastmont. Issaquah is really good. Eastmont didn't even score a run on the road. And Ephrata and Prosser split their doubleheader. We had a whale of a soccer game on Friday night. 9 goals between the Pirates and the Panthers. Davis scores in the 79th minute to beat the Panthers at the Apple Bowl 5-4. Davis is now in first place in the Big 9. Eastmont took care of Eisenhower. Sunnyside snuck by Moses Lake. That was Friday. Saturday, here are your scores from the pitch. Your winners, it was Cashmere over Manson. They didn't play Monson. East Valley over Ephrata. Kings beat Quincy. Tonasket over Liberty Bell. Okanagan over Brewster. Omak shut out Bridgeport. And the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval had their opening weekend. Huge crowd on Saturday night. The weather was certainly cooperative. And here are the results. First of all, in the Plum Perfect Roadrunners, Raylan Winenberg of Wenatchee took first place. Congratulations there. The B&T Towing Youth Runners, the checkered flag goes to Drew Holliday of Wenatchee in that race. In the Apple Valley Pumping Crown Vic Stocks, Bob Copel of Tonasket takes the checkered flag. In the Zero Handicap Mini Bombers, Brent Richards of East Wenatchee took the checkered flag. In the Rockstar Energy B-Mods, it was Glenn Knutson of Quincy. His brother Michael finished 3rd. And the Biggin, the Tommy Wentz Classic, the Dixie Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, 60 laps, 19 cars in the field. Dave Lund of Arlington takes the checkered flag. 60 laps, 19 cars, no cautions. You almost never see that. And by the way, they're racing again this weekend, too, at the WVSO. And those are just some of the games that people are playing at 29 minutes after the hour. Today is National Look-alike Day. What are the odds of you having a doppelganger? Nobody knows. Scientists have studied this. They've looked at it, and they say, there's only a certain amount of genetic diversity, so the odds are pretty good. Somebody out there looks a lot like you, but whether it's a facial feature or a body type or whatever it is. But the odds of a person being an exact copy of you is just about impossible to figure out. According to the legend, mythical doppelgangers are a lot like vampires. Your mythical doppelganger will not cast a shadow, will not be able to see one's reflection in the water or in the mirror. So there. And the word is that if you ever actually meet a doppelganger in real life, it's bad luck. I've been told, although I don't know if it's true or not, I've been told that I look a lot like Brad Pitt. Just been told that. It's the bottom of the hour. Today in history, been a while since we had a war. What do you say we do another one? Our fifth war broke out, the Spanish-American War. President William McKinley signs the joint resolution. Yes, Congress declared war. That's what they used to do back in those days. They don't do that anymore. They don't declare war, even though they're the only ones who have the legal authority to do it. Let's go. It's the Spanish-American War. No allies. It was just the U.S. against Spain. It was our fifth war. We went 5-0 after this one. It lasted 10 weeks. And both sides fought alone. No allies on either side because the rest of the civilized world said this is stupid. Spanish-American War broke out on this date in 1898. We talked about the Bay of Pigs on Friday. It started on April 17th. It lasted 3.5 days, and then it ended on April 20th, 1961. Operation Pluto, the Bay of Pigs fiasco. The invasion is crushed. The U.S.-backed, CIA-trained Cuban exiles, well, we lost. Well, just thought I'd throw that out there. That was 65 years ago today. If you remember April 20th, 1999, do you remember Columbine? It still rings just bizarre. Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold killed 13 people, some students, some teachers, 24 others were wounded, and then they committed suicide. The Columbine Massacre, 27 years ago. Today I was thinking about showing some video. I decided against it. Happy birthday, Fenway Park. It took a long time for this baby to get opened. First it was delayed because of the sinking of the Titanic. Then they had 3 consecutive rain delays. But finally, on April 20th, 1912, the Boston Red Sox beat the New York Yankees 7-6 for the first game at Fenway Park. And Fenway Park almost didn't make it 10 years. Before the 1920 season, the owner of the Red Sox, Harry Frazee, seriously considered selling Fenway Park. They could have played at Braves Field. There were 2 teams in Boston, the Red Sox in the American League and the Boston Braves in the National League. Braves Field was much bigger, had more parking. In many respects, was a better ballpark. Fenway Park, the biggest thing about Fenway Park, as far as Henry Frazee was concerned, was the land. The land that it sat on was worth a lot of money, and Harry Frazee didn't have any dough. But at the last minute, of course, he sold Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees, and in exchange, the owner of the New York Yankees, Jacob Ruppert, took out a $300,000 mortgage on Fenway Park. So yes, the owner of the Yankees owned the park where the Red Sox played baseball, but it saved Fenway Park and is still there today. And exactly 4 years later, the Chicago Cubs played their very first game at Wrigley Field in Chicago. They won in 11 innings. The final was 7-6. It was not the original home of the Cubs. It had opened 2 years earlier as the home of the Chicago Whales of the Federal League, but after the Federal League folded, the Cubs moved into Wrigley Field. And of course, Wrigley Field, the most famous part of all, was they never even installed lights until 1988. Until 1988, if you played baseball at Wrigley, you played in the daytime, and they still play the vast majority of their games in the daytime. Let's do some birthdays. Happy birthday, Sulu. What was his first name in Star Trek? I'm not a big Trekkie. They did some pretty good episodes. George Takei is 89 years old today. Played Sulu, of course, in the USS Enterprise, and of course all these subsequent Star Trek films with the original cast. George Takei is 89 years old today. One of only 13 actresses to complete the Triple Crown, which means you have to win at least one Academy Award, one Primetime Emmy Award, and one Tony Award. And Jessica Lange has accomplished that. In fact, she's won 2 Academy Awards, 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, and a Tony Award. Jessica Lange is 77. And Donnie Baseball. Don Mattingly is 65 years old today. In 1985, he was named the American League MVP. He was the captain of the Yankees from 1991 to 1995. And of the 24 New York Yankees who have had their numbers retired, Don Mattingly is the only Yankee to have his number retired who never won a world championship. But they love him in the Bronx. Donnie Baseball is 65 years old today. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsor. Mike Minotti has an opinion. The subject escapes me because I put it in our system on Friday and it's Monday. Anyway, Mike Minotti's opinion is coming up, and then a great conversation to plant that seed for the 4th of July, which this year falls on Independence Day and a Saturday. My friend Allie Jordan from Elevated Marketing is the one in charge of it. She's putting it on, and she's going to start talking about America's 250th birthday when we come back. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I love my house, and we moved into a somewhat depressed neighborhood about 22 years ago. The house needed a lot of work, and some of our neighbors were also clients who I dealt with in my job as a cop with the Wenatchee PD. But over the years, we've done a lot of work on the house. The neighborhood has really improved, and we have the house paid off. Thank you, God. And like I said, we do really like our home and our neighborhood. But you know what? I realized that maybe 20 or 30 years from now, someone else is going to be living there. So in a way, we're just renting. This realization is not really sad or depressing. It's just kind of a bittersweet recognition of the progression of life. I just hope whoever lives here next enjoys the home as much as we do now. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help. When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
High school sports is back. Join us all spring for live coverage of Wenatchee and Eastmont soccer, baseball, and softball. Brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage also sponsored by Global Car Care, the Hollander Golf and Grill, Apple Valley Honda, Sangster Motors, Valley Tractor, Save Mart, Caldwell Banker, Biosports Physical Therapy, and Dick's Heating and Air. Your home for high school sports, as always, is the NCW Life Channel. Welcome back to the program. Once again, as it has been for the last 249 years, a remarkable coincidence. The 4th of July and Independence Day fall on the same day. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing. And this year, Independence Day, also known as the 4th of July, is on a Saturday. It's our nation's 250th birthday. And if you live in North Central Washington, there's one place you need to be, Walla Walla Plain Park. 2 days of fun, frivolity, maybe even 3. We haven't figured that out yet. And she's in charge of the whole darn shooting match, making her debut, her very first appearance here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's my friend Allie Jordan from Elevated Marketing, LLC. Hi, Allie.
Good morning. How are you?
You always look good. How do you do that? How do you pull that off?
I don't know. I just take notes from you.
Let's flatter the host. See how good that goes. This is Elevated Marketing took over from Kelly Kennedy 3-4 years ago now.
Yeah, this will be my third year.
Third year.
Yes.
All the arrangements were made with the local municipalities, but this is the biggest one yet. I mean, 250, and it's a Saturday.
We're really looking forward to it. We're trying to pull out all the stops, really make it a great community event, something that everyone can participate in and something for everyone to enjoy. So we'll have food, we'll have a beer garden, a cornhole tournament, cars and coffee, entertainment stage, and of course the fireworks. And our pyro team is really working hard to pull out some fun things for the 250th. So
same crew as usual?
Same crew as usual, yes. Our local team, so we're really excited to have them. Kylie Boggs and James Wallace, they oversee that, so we're really lucky to have them.
The biggest single expense is the fireworks, and that runs you, I want to say like 30 grand or close to it?
It's under 30 for sure. It's in the low 20s. It's not cheap, but luckily, we have tourism dollars, and we have tourism dollars that come through, especially for this event, and those are the dollars that are used to put on this fireworks show. So it's not local tax dollars, it's not local individuals that are paying for this. So that's really nice that the tourism helps support this community event.
And like Allie's been doing the last few years, instead of just making a one-day blowout, it's a multi-day blowout. So the big event is on Saturday, but there's stuff going on before that. Talk about that.
Yeah, so on Friday we're going to have our beer garden and cornhole open for fun. The tournament will start Saturday, but the beer garden will be open and our entertainment stage will be open and our food vendors. And then on the 3rd, so Friday evening, we'll do a movie in the park. So, and we're going to release the movie that we've chosen in a couple of weeks. So.
You can't do this without the cooperation of a number of municipalities, specifically the Chelan County PUD. You know, it's a public park, but it's the PUD who runs and operates it, and they've been good partners, really good partners.
They've been amazing. I cannot say enough good things about how well they work with this event and how just kind and generous and patient they are, because there's a lot that goes into it, and we have 12,000 people at the park during the fireworks, and that's a lot for them to help facilitate and manage. So yes, in the city of Wenatchee, the city of East Wenatchee, they're just great to work with. They are very supportive. The local police departments, they definitely help out a lot, making sure everyone's staying safe and having fun, and that we can continue to provide this for the community.
It's amazing. I mean, we've done this for years. I've seen the crowds. Everybody's well behaved. There's no question about that. But what amazes me is that it's a perfect location. Very few areas anywhere lend itself geographically to having a 4th of July fireworks celebration than Walla Walla Point Park. You got all the room in the world. Parking can be a little tight, but you're going to do the link shuttles again, all that stuff. But I mean, you got all that real estate, and it's grassy, and it's got that nice slope, and you got the river to shoot the fireworks over from a fire marshal standpoint and a pyrotechnic standpoint. I mean, it's perfect. It's a perfect location.
It really is. And because it's a perfect location, that's one of the reasons we were listed as one of the top 10 destinations in the country by Airbnb to come and celebrate the 4th of July. So like you said, you can't get a prettier landscape. You're on the water. There's something for everyone to do. The kids have the toys. There's the volleyball courts that do end up getting blocked off at a certain point. But the open grassy areas for everyone to sit and enjoy with their families. You can bring your own food or you can purchase from the food vendors. It just really is something you can't get anywhere else.
And we should point out, we've done this every year. Yes, Malachi Salcedo and the Salcedo group of companies is on board. Weinstein has never said no to anybody on these kinds of things. You have a lot of big sponsors, but if everybody who's going to watch it, whether you go down to Walla Walla Point Park or sit on the deck of a house on the west or the east side of the valley and enjoy it that way, chip in $5. You're going to get $5 worth of entertainment, so we can build up a big fat kitty. Because even though it's free, technically, and yeah, you got, you want to buy beer, you got to buy beer, but the show itself is, for all intents and purposes, free, but people should pay for it, don't you think?
I don't know if I would say they need to pay for it, but it is something that we try to offer as a community event. And as you said, it's free, so if you do have the ability to sponsor or donate a little bit, like I said, and we discussed at the beginning, the fireworks and the security is paid for by the LTAC dollars and the tourism dollars, but the rest of it is something that we have to fundraise for. So the entertainment stage, being able to spend time putting the cornhole tournament on, the food vendors, the cars and coffee, all of that stuff is paid for through these sponsorship dollars. And like you said, we can't thank Malachi and Salcedo organizations enough, and Weinstein Beverage and Washington Trust Bank, and we've just got great partners and supporters.
Visit Wenatchee is in on this?
Visit Wenatchee is in on this, yes, yep. Absolutely. They are a huge supporter of this event, so we just can't thank all of those people enough.
You've been beating the payment and getting more sponsors. You could always use more sponsors. There's some specific sponsorships. I think the stage sponsorship is like already taken, right?
Yes, so that's the Weinstein Beverage Entertainment stage.
But there's other, I mean, if you're a business or a wealthy individual or even a poor individual, I don't really care, there's still some sponsorships available, right?
Absolutely, yes. So each of the events that we host within it, so the Cars and Coffee, the Cornhole, which is the Washington Trust Bank Cornhole Tournament this year, but all of those have their own sponsorships within them, and then obviously we have the general sponsorships where if you just want to donate towards the event and get some marketing generally throughout the event, yeah, we always have those.
And you get, as you mentioned, 12,000 people, so that's 24,000 eyeballs, give or take a couple,
yeah.
Looking at your logos and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we try to market throughout the year, and obviously with you guys and on websites and statewide websites for the various events. And I mean, we have a lot of people that come from out of the area to participate, so we are marketing these individuals on a statewide and sometimes on a national level. We do get a lot of out-of-state people at the park, so yeah.
A lot of people camp at Confluence and walk down the trail.
Yes.
And check it out, too.
Yeah, we have people, our occupancy is usually between 90 and 95% in the hotels, and we get about 3,000 people from 50 miles plus down at the park a year.
I mean, this is a for elevated marketing, and I've known Allie for a gazillion years, this is like the biggest thing you've ever tried to do, right?
Well, I mean, it is, when you take a step back and you really think about it, it's the 250th anniversary. It is a huge community event. A lot of people think, oh, it's the 4th of July, there's something going on everywhere. But it really is a huge community event and impact for our area. So it is a fun but large undertaking, yeah.
Who have you booked for entertainment so far? Who do we know is going to be there?
So we're releasing next week the lineup. So everyone can go to the Facebook page and website. Yeah.
So you know, but you're not telling me.
But I'm not telling you. Yeah. So we've got some regional and local acts that we're really excited about. So yeah.
The Who, ladies and gentlemen, will be headlining on the 4th of July.
Don't get people's hopes up. You're going to start a rumor that I can't deliver on.
Beer Garden. Who's going to be on the tap over the weekend for the Beer Garden? Do you know who's going to be providing the beer?
Yeah, so right now we're working with Odom, and they're going to be supplying some of the beer. Yep, we're going to have some IPAs, some light beers, and we're looking at getting some wine, possibly some wine slushies in there. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Food. You got to feed me. You got to put food in my belly if I'm going to be hanging around all day Saturday or Friday for that matter.
Yes.
Who do you have lined up so far for the grub?
So we've got Kettle Corn, we've got Freddy's Kitchen, we've got Mission Burger that's going to participate.
They have a mobile thing?
They do, yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm there now.
I know.
Have you eaten a Mission Burger?
I have, of course I have.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a nice little array, and we've got Godfather's Pizza that will be there again this year. So we'll have some snow cones and a variety of other things. So yeah.
Let's talk transportation. Link, I suppose, is on board.
Of course.
Once again, is it Winco or the Pennies? Where's the parking ride?
JC Penney's.
The back of JC Penney's.
The back of JC Penney's.
So
yes.
I've heard people go, "Yeah, I'd love to go, but there's no place to park, and then you got to get out of there, and it's." You take the Link shuttle for any number of reasons. The biggest one is they get priority. Here comes the Link bus full of patrons heading for the party. They get to go before, and they get to leave first too, right? They
do, yes. So Link will be offering shuttles from about 7 o'clock on into the park, and they'll come from JCPenney's, as you said, the back of JCPenney's. And once the fireworks are over, they'll have all of their buses lined up, ready to take people, and they do get preferential treatment to get to exit. We'll have some police officers there helping manage traffic, and they get expedited exit.
Oh, expedited, good one. Elevated Marketing said expedited and exit. We're full of E's today.
Yeah.
So you park behind JCPenney, and it's just a constant shuttle. I mean, you don't have to wait more than 5 minutes till the next bus comes.
Yep, you don't. So it's really convenient, and as you said, any event, parking's going to be an issue. So hop on Link and easy in, easy out, so don't have to worry about anything.
What else are we missing? Kudos to the Wenatchee Police Department. They're going to be working. Link is working. A lot of people are, they're going to get paid, but most of the people aren't. Do you need volunteers just to say, I want to help you out, Allie, because I love this country, and this is a lot for one extremely strong and vibrant woman to take on?
Yes, we're always looking for volunteers. So you can go to the website, WenatcheeValley4thofJuly.net, and shoot me an email or sign up. We would love help. We have a small but mighty team, but yes, it's always nice to have an extra pair of hands to help set up and tear down, because it is a large event.
It's one of the biggest events around here, and it's just 2 days. Again, Friday and Saturday. Now, you'll want to wait until probably Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. This is Monday as we hear this, because you're going to be doing a lot of updates to the website over the weekend.
Yep, we're doing lots of updates to the website. We're getting information put out there for the updated artists and food vendors and registration, so yes.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing The Who. That'll be fantastic.
Me too.
If they bothered to show up at all.
Yes.
Did we get everything done? Am I missing anything? Because this is a rare treat. I usually don't get to see as much as I like to. Anything else that we said we were going to talk about that I forgot to talk about?
I think we covered it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. So when do I get to see you again? We'll plant the seed maybe another month after Apple Blossom.
After Apple Blossom.
Like
We've got to enjoy Apple Blossom. Yeah.
Right. So and again, folks, Allie's going to constantly populate the site with new information. It's Wenatchee Valley 4th of July. That's the number 4. Or actually, this is on television, so I have to do that. .net, and have fun. We get to, next interview, we'll go down at the park and check it out.
Yes, we'll scope out the venue.
Sounds good. Allie Jordan from Elevated Marketing. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I'll see you in about a month.
Yeah.
Cool. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, the favorite TV station of The Who. And we'll be right back.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
If you indulge me in just a little shop talk, a couple of programming reminders for this week. First of all, our sports crew will be right back at it again tomorrow. We'll be at Wildcat Stadium for high school soccer, a very good Eastmont Wildcat team coming off a nice victory over Eisenhower on Friday night. We'll host the Sunnyside Grizzlies. Tomorrow night we'll have it for you, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock airtime. Daryl Geddes will be our analyst, and my good buddy John Connor from KW3 will be handling the play-by-play. I'm looking forward to seeing Connor again. It's been too long since I hooked up with that good friend of mine. And then, of course, on Thursday, as you know by now, the 107th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival will get underway. And Saturday is the first of the 3 parades. 3, that's one more than 2, that we'll be covering. The Technoplex Youth Parade gets going at 11 o'clock. We'll be set up at our normal location right across Orondo from the Chelan County Courthouse. Right now, the weather looks pretty darn good. In fact, downright pleasant for the Technoplex Youth Parade, so most people are going to be going, but if for whatever reason you can't make it or you have other plans and you want to watch it later on, we will have it for you on a Saturday live, again at 11 o'clock. Grant Olson and Julie Kuntz will be on the play-by-play. Does one call play-by-play for the Technoplex Youth Parade? Anyway, high school soccer tomorrow night, Eastmont and Sunnyside, and then Saturday morning we'll have the Technoplex Youth Parade, and then of course next Friday we'll have the Classy Chassis Parade on Grant Road at East Wenatchee, and then the big one, the Stamil Growers Grand Parade 1 week from Saturday. Looking forward to that. Got to do my live read for Pool to Spa Services. I'm running out of time, so let me get this done real quick. Pool to Spa Services. Upgrade relaxation with the Bullfrog Spa, featuring the exclusive Jetpack Therapy System for personalized comfort in every seat. Visit Pool to Spa Services in Wenatchee and design a spa that's built for you. Yes, you can upgrade relaxation. Did not know you could do that. It's going to be unseasonably warm today, warmer than it even was yesterday. Right now in Ephrata, you're 55. Now, when this show started an hour ago, it was 45 in Ephrata. So they've already jumped up 10 degrees, 10 degrees already. Wow. Omac's already at 52. I'm thinking you folks out in the basin, Ephrata, Quincy, Moses Lake, and up in Omac, you could get to the 80-degree mark. It's a distinct possibility, so that's going to drive people normally to the water for some relief from the unseasonably warm temperatures. But of course, the water is really, really cold. So use a little common sense there, provided you have some. All right. Here we go. 77 today. Could get a little warmer than that. We'll have pretty much what we had yesterday. Filtered high clouds today, but very warm air coming up from the south. And most of Tuesday looks pretty good until we get very late in the day, right around 6:37. And then everything flips around the other direction. The warm air that's coming from the south will flip around, and then we'll get cold air coming from the north. We're going to see windy and cloudy and rainy conditions Tuesday night. Same deal Wednesday. Considerably cooler with some rain and a lot of wind, and then it exits Wednesday night and Thursday looking good. Speaking of looking good, we will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye.